The incredible story of snakes for more than 150 million years. Snakes have survived asteroid impacts, ice ages, changing climates, and countless predators. Today, they can be found in deserts, rainforests, mountains, grasslands, rivers, and oceans across the world. Long before humans built cities, before the first mammals ruled the earth, and even before the dinosaurs disappeared, a remarkable creature was quietly evolving into one of nature's greatest survivors. Life begins inside an egg for many snake species. The journey begins when the female carefully chooses a safe place to lay her eggs. She may hide them beneath fallen leaves, inside hollow logs, underground burrows, termite mounds, or warm piles of decaying vegetation. These locations provide natural heat and protection while the eggs develop. Unlike bird eggs, snake eggs usually have soft, leathery shells that allow moisture and oxygen to pass through. This flexible shell helps protect the growing embryo while keeping it hydrated. Inside each egg, a tiny miracle begins. Depending on the species and environmental temperature, this development may take anywhere from 40 to 90 days. The embryo receives all of its nourishment from the rich yolk stored within the egg. Over the following weeks, cells divide rapidly, forming a beating heart, developing eyes, delicate scales, a flexible spine, muscles, and internal organs. As the embryo grows, it slowly curls into the familiar shape of a snake. Interestingly, not all snakes lay eggs. Some species give birth to live young, especially those living in colder climates where eggs might not survive. However, for thousands of species around the world, the egg remains the beginning of life. Preparing for birth as the hatchling grows larger, the space inside the egg becomes increasingly cramped. By this stage, the baby snake already resembles a miniature adult. It has fully formed scales, tiny teeth, powerful muscles, and instincts that will guide its survival from the very first moment. One remarkable feature appears just before hatching, a temporary structure called the egg tooth. Located at the tip of the upper jaw, this tiny sharp projection acts like a natural cutting tool. It is used only once in the snake's entire life. When the hatchling is ready, it begins pushing and twisting inside the egg. Using the egg tooth, it carefully slices through the leathery shell. Small cracks begin to appear. A tiny nose emerges first. Then the head slowly pushes through. After hours of steady effort, the young snake finally escapes into the outside world. Within a few days, the egg tooth falls off naturally because it is no longer needed. Unlike birds or mammals, most baby snakes never meet their parents. They receive no food, no protection, and no lessons. Every behavior they need, finding shelter, avoiding danger, and catching prey, is guided entirely by instinct. Their first challenge begins the moment they leave the egg. In the wild, survival depends on speed, caution, and the ancient instincts passed down through millions of years of evolution. Shed less often. Each shed allows the snake to grow and prepares it for the next stage of life. Imagine a world covered with towering ferns, steaming swamps, active volcanoes, and gigantic dinosaurs roaming across the land. Hidden beneath fallen leaves and inside underground burrows live the ancestors of one of today's most fascinating reptiles, the snake. But every snake, no matter how large or powerful, begins life in exactly the same way, as a tiny embryo inside an egg. This is the incredible story of the snake, from its ancient origins to the moment it takes its very first breath. The first days of survival, as soon as a baby snake hatches, it is completely on its own. Unlike mammals, it receives no care from its parents. Guided only by instinct, it quickly searches for a safe hiding place beneath leaves, rocks, or logs to avoid predators like birds, foxes, and larger snakes. Within a few days, the young snake begins hunting small prey such as insects, worms, frogs, or tiny lizards. Every successful hunt helps it survive and grow stronger. Han grow more, growing through shedding. As snakes grow, they shed their old skin in a process called ecdysis. Before shedding, their eyes become cloudy and they become more cautious. They rub against rough surfaces to peel off the old skin, revealing a fresh, brighter layer underneath. Young snakes shed several times a year. While adults, most researchers think snakes evolved from ancient lizard-like reptiles. Over millions of years, these animals adapted to life in narrow spaces such as underground tunnels and thick forest undergrowth. Their bodies gradually became longer and more flexible, while their legs became smaller with each generation. Eventually, those legs disappeared almost completely. This unusual body shape allowed early snakes to move through places that other reptiles could not reach. They could hide from predators, search for prey inside burrows, and move silently across the forest floor. When the dinosaurs became extinct about 66 million years ago, snakes survived. As ecosystems changed, they spread across nearly every continent, evolving into thousands of different species with unique hunting styles and remarkable adaptations. Today, scientists have identified more than 4,000 species of snakes, ranging from tiny thread snakes only a few inches long to giant reticulated pythons measuring over 6 meters. Today, more than 4,000 snake species inhabit our planet. Some are no longer than a pencil, while others can exceed 6 meters in length. Their colors are just as diverse. The green tree python blends perfectly into rainforest leaves. The corn snake displays beautiful orange and red patterns. The king cobra, the world's longest venomous snake, can raise the front part of its body high above the ground while spreading its famous hood. The black mamba, found across parts of Africa, is among the fastest snakes on Earth. The reticulated python, native to Southeast Asia, is the longest snake in the world. Meanwhile, colorful coral snakes warn predators of their powerful venom through bright red, yellow, and black bands. Each color, pattern, and body shape evolved for a purpose: camouflage, warning, protection, or hunting. Nature has painted every species differently. One of the biggest myths about snakes is that every snake is venomous. In reality, the majority of snake species pose little danger to humans. Venomous snakes use specialized venom glands connected to hollow fangs that inject venom into their prey. Different venoms work in different ways. Some attack the nervous system, others damage blood cells, while some destroy muscle tissue. Large snakes such as boas and pythons use an entirely different strategy. Instead of venom, they rely on incredible strength. They quickly coil around their prey and tighten each time the prey exhales. Contrary to popular belief, they do not crush bones. Instead, they restrict blood circulation and breathing until the prey can no longer survive. Both methods are highly effective examples of evolution, solving the same challenge through different strategies. Snakes have successfully adapted to almost every environment on Earth. In tropical rainforests, emerald tree boas and vine snakes move silently through branches. Across hot deserts, sidewinder rattlesnakes glide across loose sand using their unique sideways movement. Sea snakes spend nearly their entire lives in the ocean, swimming with flattened tails that function like paddles. Mountain species survive freezing winters by sheltering deep underground. Burrowing snakes spend most of their lives beneath the soil, rarely seen by humans. Wherever there is food, shelter, and suitable temperatures, snakes have found a way to survive. Despite their frightening reputation, snakes play a vital role in maintaining healthy ecosystems. Rodents reproduce quickly and can damage crops, spread disease, and upset ecological balance. Snakes naturally control these populations by feeding on mice, rats, and other small animals. At the same time, snakes themselves become food for eagles, hawks, crocodiles, mongooses, foxes, and many other predators. They are an essential link in nature's food web. Without snakes, ecosystems would become far less balanced. From a fragile egg hidden beneath forest leaves to one of Earth's most efficient predators, the life of a snake is an extraordinary story of survival. For more than 150 million years, snakes have endured changing continents, mass extinctions, extreme climates, and countless natural challenges. Every scale tells a story of evolution. Every movement reflects millions of years of adaptation. Whether living in deserts, rainforests, oceans, mountains, or grasslands, snakes continue to thrive as some of nature's most remarkable reptiles. The next time you see a snake, remember that it once began as a tiny life inside a soft egg, carrying within it an ancient legacy that stretches back to the age of dinosaurs. Thank you for watching this wildlife documentary. If you enjoyed learning about the incredible journey of snakes, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another fascinating story from the natural world.